Yeah, it's the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. Yo, what's up, y'all, this morning? Welcome to the What Up Doe Show. It's your boy T. Augustus. I'm up in here this morning. Welcome to me on a Monday morning. Y'all know how I feel. I think Monday morning is a time to get it right again. I love Mondays, so thank God it's Monday. I want to say big up to all the people. I hope you had a great weekend. All the people that went out to the beach this weekend, after you went down to Galveston to check out the beach. I know it was a hot one here in Houston this weekend. I don't know about Detroit or any place else. I know I got listeners all over. I know I have listeners in Arizona. I'm sure it was hot there. Other than that, I just want to get straight to my birthday shout outs. Real quick, I want to say a happy birthday to a close friend of mine's wife, Dawn Hardy. Happy birthday, Dawn. She's married to a good friend of mine, Mark Hardy. We used to kick it together on a hip hop scene for a while. He was Doc Rock Box, and he used to beatbox while I rapped. We did a commercial. It was cool. Anyway, and also happy birthday to Althea Brown here in Houston. Happy birthday to both of y'all. So if y'all don't mind, I would like to get this party started. We got quite a bit to cover today, and it's going to be an interesting one, I think. So let's move on and get this party started. Yes, this weekend's news was dominated by a story that was broke by TMZ. TMZ, being that they're entertainment news, they don't get taken seriously, but man, they break a lot of stories before anybody else. And they get proof. They get something to back it up. Because, see, they can speak on it. They're not like CNN, not tied to proof before they speak on it. So they get the chance to speak on things before everybody else. And then they find proof to back it up, man. So what am I talking about? Don Sterling, the owner of the Clippers. And I hope I'm not making too much mic noise. I was moving my mic around. Don Sterling, the owner of the Clippers, was caught on tape making some disparaging remarks about black people to his girlfriend. Now, his girlfriend is way too young for him to begin with. I mean, money is incredible. When you look at her, then you look at him, you just got to say, damn, money is incredible. Because he's an old fart, looks like a Bart Simpson cartoon character, and she's a young freaking hottie, and that's his girlfriend, not his wife, his girlfriend, his mistress. So she knows he's married and still giving it up to him, and she can do a whole lot better as far as looks goes, but you know, money is what it is. I'm sorry, damn, I hate that when I forget that I'm on air and I sip coffee and making noise. Anyway, so he got caught on tape because she took a picture with Magic Johnson and posted it on Instagram. And so they got into an argument because he received phone calls saying that she was on Instagram with Magic Johnson. So they got into this argument. If you have not listened to this entire tape, go to TMZ.com, go to Sports, TMZ Sports, and listen to this whole tape because it's quite disturbing for a lot of reasons. So in essence, there's the remarks that made the headlines is that he told her, I don't care if it's Magic Johnson or any other black people, don't bring them to my games. But he said a lot of other shit. He really did. I mean, he was making comments like, why do you have to broadcast? And it's okay to be friends with black people, but you don't have to broadcast yourself out there with black people, with minorities. Why do you want to do that? How does that benefit you? And she made a comment, well, you know, you associate with them. He said, but you're not me and I'm not you. You're a girl. You're a pretty little girl. You're white, Latina. Why do you want to broadcast your association with black people? Don't bring them to my games. And Magic, she was like, I was just with a guy, blah, 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 and your friends called you, and that's why. So, I mean, anyway, first of all, I'm going to boom this real quick. just because I want my take to start from the top here. There's a few things that have disturbed me about this. Okay, the first thing, and I don't care if the music dies. I'm okay with that on this one. I really am, because this is pretty disturbing to me. This whole thing. If you really listen to this tape, you'll find a lot of reasons to be disturbed. First of all, this guy is not by himself in this. Okay, he is not by himself in this. There are others out there owning NBA teams thinking like him. How do I know that? Well, first of all, who called him? Okay, somebody called him to tell him, hey, your girl is out there on Instagram with a nigga. Let's tell it like it is. And that's why they had the argument. So if he's got friends that will call to bust on, to tell on her for taking a picture with Magic Johnson, and this is not like any dude, this is Magic Johnson. They play in a stadium that Magic built, let's be real. And now you wanna, so you got friends that's gonna call and bust on you. She's took a picture with Magic, and she wasn't even by herself. It was Magic and you know, her and another chick. And so those people probably, they think the same way. Hey, she's being seen around black people in public. And that's his problem, and that's evidently the problem of the people that called him. They feel the same way. That's how he found out. So he's not alone here. Okay, let's be clear. Now I wonder who was taping this argument and why. Because it's kind of awkward when you think about it. Because they're sitting there having this argument, a couple having a back and forth about this. They're having an argument over how he wants her to conduct herself as his woman. And somebody's taping, and they're in the room. I mean, this recording is definitely in the room with them. It's like, you know, it's obvious that either she planned on using this against him, she was offended by the idea and knew that she was going to expose this, or she was going to hold it for blackmail to get back at him one day, either blackmail or revenge, to be recording this conversation. And she keeps it going too, even when it stops. She keeps egging it on, and they go for a while, and he says a lot of shit. So supposedly the person that leaked this tape is in a $1.8 million, was being sued by the Clipper organization for this $1.8 million lawsuit, and she said, I'm gonna get you back. Well, guess what? I bet next time somebody say they gonna get you back, he's gonna listen, because she got his ass back. Okay? She wins round 2, motherfucker. That's how that goes. I didn't mean to use profanity there. I'm sorry, but you know, I get a little passionate when it comes to these kind of things. Now, the tape does sound altered. Some parts of it sounds altered, but overall, there is still a tone there, and it is very clear what the message is. It's okay for you to have black friends. It's okay for you to associate with black people. And it's okay for a white man, especially who black people work for, to be seen with his black employees in public. But for you, a girl, a white girl or Latino girl that's living in a white world, it is not okay for you to be seen with black people in public. You can be friends with them in private. He even went too far and say, I don't care if you fuck it. I just don't think you should be seen with him publicly. You don't have to broadcast it. And she's half black. This is the irony. She's half black. And he's like, no, I don't care. If you want to deal with your black half, if you want to be your black half, then you got to get to stepping. Just don't bring them to my games. That's all. All right? So, I wonder how many more owners feel this way, and is this why the culture of ownership in the NBA has been so hard for black people to break in? I mean, names that made basketball what it is, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, they don't it's not easy to get ownership of a team, partial ownership of a team. It's very hard for black people to break into that, and I see why. Because the culture is that black people play basketball. You know, it's the old Paul Mooney line. White men can't jump. They don't have to. They own the team. And that's what it basically comes down to here to me, man. And this is, it's disturbing to me. There needs to be swift action. You really need to listen to this whole tape and understand that there is a culture, as he put it, and there's a culture out here. So being that he's describing it as a culture means he is not alone, not even close. He's not even close to being alone in this. There is a culture that feels the way he feels. A whole culture of people. So I would say, I think I've said enough. Let's move on. On a brighter note, I was watching ESPN and I caught the 30 for 30. There's a 30 for 30 on right now. There's Jennifer Rayner. Hey, baby. There's a 30 for 30 about the Bad Boys, Detroit Pistons, from the Bad Boy days. It's really good. For those that didn't see it, check it out. If you are a Detroiter, you really need to check it out. They're pretty accurate. They leave out a few things that I thought they would bring up, but for the most part, they kind of get into it and break it down, and it's cool. It brings back a lot of cool memories of the Bad Boy days. You know, if you were a Detroiter at that time, it was an exciting time for us. It was our first basketball championship run. Overcoming the giants of Boston and Los Angeles, who like dominated the NBA for a decade. And you know, people always talk about, there's a great line in there, and the guy brings it up near the end. They talk about how it was the Bird and Magic and Jordan era. Well, somewhere in between the Bird, Magic, and Jordan era, there was a little team that everybody hated that broke up the monotony and just dominated the league in a way that David Stern even admits to this day. He wished he would have acted sooner to break this team up, because he thought they were bad for the NBA because they were unpopular everywhere outside of Detroit. And I've been saying that for a long time, and everybody in Detroit that was around at that time knows it. And finally, David Stern has come as close as he's ever come to admitting it on this doggone 30 for 30 thing. So it's kind of cool. Check it out. I want to say rest in peace to DJ Easy Rock. You probably know DJ Easy Rock from his fame of being the DJ for Rob Bass and the song "It Takes Two to Make a Thing Go Right." They got a couple of club classics, the "It Takes Two" and the "Joy and Pain." Come on, come on, come on, sunshine and rain. Can't get to Rob Bass. Well, DJ Easy Rock passed away over the weekend, so rest in paradise, RIP to DJ Easy Rock. Much love to you from the hip-hop world and beyond. At least right here at the What Up Doe show, we got nothing but love for you. You will be missed, and thanks for the memories, brother. Thanks for bringing us something that's left behind that will never ever go away, because you've got two party classics that will always be party classics. In fact, the "It Takes Two" is now a karaoke classic. So rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace. And now it is time for our Netflix movie review. So what did I check out last night? Let's have a look-see here. I checked out Frozen Ground. It came on Blu-ray. It's not on stream. Good flick, man. Good flick. Let's see. It's got Nicolas Cage and Ethan Hawke in it, and 50 Cent is in the movie. 50 Cent plays a pimp. It's based on a true story. Happened in Alaska, man. This guy was killing a whole lot of people. He had a plane, had a wife and kids at home. He had an airplane, so he would kidnap pick up a prostitute is what he would do. And he would rape and kidnap them and then fly them off to this remote area and bury the bodies. And, so it takes a while for them to be found because nobody's missing them. They're hookers. And bodies wouldn't be found for months. And he was out cold, and this one girl got away. And that started the investigation, and it got long and ugly, and the girl's pimp was 50 Cent, so he was in it. It was pretty good, but I want to say this too about the movie. One of the things I like about the DVD over stream is stream gets straight to the movie, and DVD shows you previews, and sometimes I like previews because it gives me tips on future films, as well as I think good movies have good previews. If I see a movie and it has good previews, I kind of prejudge the movie by the previews. If the previews suck, the movie's probably gonna suck. If the previews are good, the movie's probably good. That's why they wanted to advertise these good movies on this movie. That's how I feel about it. I think it's also got to do with the audience they think is going to draw. Great story Frozen Ground is. But anyway, great previews. This movie has some great previews. But the movie Frozen Ground, it was good. It was a great story. This guy, after getting caught, was sentenced to 461 years and life in prison. So how do you do that? And you think he's still going to be alive. If he lives to be 461 years old, he's still got to stay in prison. So that's how many people. I think they charged him with like 17. They found like 17 people, and 30 raped and 17 killed, something like that. He was out cold, man. I give it a strong 3 out of 5 stars. Very good movie. It's called Frozen Ground. It stars Nicolas Cage and Ethan Hawke. You'll like the 50 Cent character. He does a good job as the pimp. It's not a Huggy Bear type thing. He's playing a real pimp. So it's pretty serious role for him, and he did a good job. So it's a good movie, Frozen Ground. Check it out on your Netflix movie review, 3 out of 5. It's a good one to check out, but you got to get it on DVD. And that, folks, is it for my show today. I want to thank you for listening. I want to say big up to Latone Heart. Make sure you tune in to the 7:30 show on Spreaker. Also, you can find him on iTunes. I want to give a big up to Ife Best. You can check out Dr. No with the Broke Nikka News on YouTube. And my boy Miles Perkin, you can check out his book. It's called Sex Education, The Erotic Secrets of a School Teacher. Also, support my brother's business out there in New Orleans. He has a landscaping business called All Clear. He does a great job. If your grass is high, give him a call or contact me and I can give you more information. If you need a car, call my man Tim Wilson. That's actually me. 713-596-2351. On that note, I want to say have a great Monday. Get your week started right. Peace out. Press your crease out, keep the police out while I bust his niece out, and I'm out of here like last year. Peace out.